Basically, it's called The Science of Happiness. There is some interesting findings about what happiness is, from a cognitive perspective. And I think it's interesting to share with the public some of these findings so that, people can increase their achievements, like life satisfaction, and also ways to achieve happiness. And in reality, it's not that far-fetched. I think people tend to think that happiness is something that is very difficult to attain, or maybe it comes with achievement, but it's far from that. So we'll be talking about those things. It's going to be interactive as well.
All right. I'm sure you encountered this, the concept of happiness in your practice as well as a therapist.
Sure, yes.
What are your personal views on this?
Well, I called my practice Beatrix Psychology for that reason. Beatrix actually means bringer of joy, which I think essentially people seek therapy to feel better. And what do they want from that? To feel happy. So in a very, very basic way of explaining that is what people want when they seek therapy. And I think essentially as human beings, we all want that. We all want to be happy. We all want to live fulfilling lives. And what I understand by that is, I think it has a subjective meaning. It's a very, very complex, vast topic. In fact, this is why I think it's important to separate the scientific aspect and also the subjective parts, because happiness can be something that you choose it to be, and there are also facts, right? So the biological facts part are, what contributes to an increased feeling of happiness, or what increases the chemical serotonin, which is one of the chemicals implemented in happiness, like exercise, eating healthy, good sleep, and these things. And then there is life satisfaction and fulfillment. So, in our day and age, career falls into this quite a lot,
Sure.
So we associate our happiness with our career achievement. But sometimes that can be a trap as well, because we get stuck with just working on that. However, in life, it needs to be a bit more flexible. So your day-to-day is one of the biggest aims to your happiness, rather than reaching a certain point or reaching an achievement. And that is what I want to focus on, the day-to-day stuff. That at the end of the day, your life is mostly made up of little moments. It's not like a film. When you see a film, you see a 2.5-hour film, right? So you see the highlights, you see the big, and then you go back to your life and you're like, my life is so boring. Like, I have to do these. Like, these are not the things that they get in films, like washing the dishes or doing the laundry. Like, you see the high impact stuff. Yeah. But you need to learn how to find joy in the simple of things as well. And essentially, when you learn how to approach that kind of view towards life, happiness is much easier to achieve.